So, time to turn on director's commentary before we go too far. Let's see, which one did we do last? I forgot. I really want to look this up. These two. Okay, so let's get starting. Start it with index. Yeah, I got it. Look, there's two. This guy we got in that other level, but we never got to talk to him.
For the in-text set, I finally got to rip off Mirror's Edge and make some strong coloured walls and stick some white plants in front of them. The big angled glass windows are inspired by the Basque Health Department building, which you should Google immediately as it looks amazing.
The what?
For the in-text set, I finally got to rip off Mirror's Edge and make some strong coloured walls and stick some white plants in front of them. The big angled glass windows are inspired by the Basque Health Department building, which you should Google immediately as it looks amazing.
Basque. I'm looking that up right now. That building does look amazing. Anyway, let's talk to this guy over here.
So this track is called Dig, and it's actually the first of a pair of tracks that play when you're investigating in-text. Tom had a pretty cool idea for these, so this is the track that plays when you're earlier in the story, and you know they're up to some bad stuff, but you're not completely sure what yet. So I tried to give it kind of a sinister vibe without getting too dark, and still keeping the jazz elements intact, so kind of mellow things out partway through with a sax solo and some muted trumpet. There's a second track that the player runs into later in the story that's related to this one that has more of a darker vibe as you're kind of uncovering the mystery of what's going on. So more on that in a bit.
So much thought. Oh, why am I doing this? I'm really not keeping my head in the game, am I? Yeah, I get it. Do your little game. I really love what these directors have to say, by the way. It's all very interesting. I love how nobody cares that people are closing doors behind them. Isn't that a little bit concerning? Come on, people! Doors shouldn't close! I got an A. Sweet. Wow, what? It keeps my... I thought I got an A+, but this game is mean. Why does it overwrite my better score? Shouldn't it just take... Oh, well, maybe it was faster or something, I don't know. That doesn't sound like me. I don't think there's anything interesting in that conversation to begin with.
Hello again. The track you're hearing in this level is called the 5-Floor Goodbye, and it's called that because I am absolutely in love with the way people talk in 1930s detective fiction. So, you know, like alcohol was hooch and prison was the big house, and nobody could just call money money. Like, it always had to be a food item. Like, well, that guy's rolling in dough over there. Look at all that cabbage. He's a real butter and egg man, I tells you. You know, that whole thing, like, I love that. And so I was trying to come up with a good kind of old-timey slang term for knocking some poor, innocent individual out a really high window, as you do in this game, and so that was what I came up with, was the 5-floor goodbye. I went for more of a jazz club feel in this track, so kind of a more intimate setting. You got those finger snaps at the beginning, kind of sound like a rhythm section that aren't playing yet. Kind of a combo ensemble feel here, with you just got the piano and the bass and the drums, just a couple horns and not too much else. I also have a little electronic breakdown in the middle with some synths popping in all of a sudden, and a little bit of laser bass, which I'm really happy with, and I also just love saying laser bass. Laser bass.
Yeah, laser bass.
This track didn't even start out as a whole complete song. It was originally entirely different. We wanted to do a level where there was no music at all for most of it, but a little cue would play each time a guard caught sight of you, and there'd be, you know, several different cues, so as you kept getting spotted throughout the level, you'd hear different little musical indications of that, but we just had trouble implementing it without it being too distracting, so we decided to go the more traditional route of a full track here. So, you know, game design and such.
Background commentary! God damn, that's amazing to hear. It really helps you appreciate the work, because you know, oh god, there's a lot of work in this stuff.
For a long time, this level was just a line.
Let me give you another chance.
For a long time, this level was just a line in my level design ideas doc that said, "You never go inside." And I like the idea of having to, you know, use crosslink to kind of manipulate a whole building from the inside out without actually, you know, infiltrating it. But in the end, obviously, I decided that it was more fun if, after a lot of work and a lot of planning, you do get to go inside, and go inside in spectacular style.
Could you stop being such a good designer? Please! It's all I'm asking. All. Nothing more, nothing less. Lights out. You'll be blinded for a portion. I like how you can fall down and nobody will actually see you for the most part. I'm not going after the laptop. I guess I'm not going after the laptop because I want to make a clean escape this time. Just say, fuck it. I really should be paying attention more. That will really help. That is so... fuck. Forgot to... disconnect the disconnections. See, this is what... I love how you can break... Like, I love how I broke that guy through the windows! I was exactly what that guy told me! Except it's a few less stories. Or floors, or whatever you want to call them these days. Why isn't it... It's connected the wrong way. It was connected the wrong way, you idiot! It's that side to that side. Jesus Christ. How can I trust myself? How? How? No noise. No nobody. Wow, I never got through it that cleanly. Look at this, except for some noise. Pretty good. Oh, wait. What? Yep. I'm gonna look at that case again. What the hell did she want? Checking... Oh, I didn't check the laptops. Pff, duh. I wonder... Are there any notes in these No? None? Really? Really? Like for reals? I guess those laptops are their commentary then? Too bad. This guy, I just remembered who that is. No! See, that should by charge. You don't want to do that, though. Finally, Collins the recording. Joel gets in... minimal violence. Can I do that? With a little bit of style and flair and... God damn you! Just had to be... There's a mechanic guy over there. There's an artist in front of the giant Gunmatron. Fuck! I don't have the money for this, people. Notice the difference that upgrading makes.
Alright, so the track you're hearing now is called Cold Halls and Footfalls, because I'm 12 and I like things that rhyme. So this track is in 7/8, which for you non-music nerds who have friends and social lives and jobs that are capable of supporting a family of 5, that just means that there's 7 beats per measure, so you're counting to 7 instead of like most music you're counting to 4, so it gets this kind of cool asymmetrical kind of flow going that I really like. It sort of helps make the music sound like it's moving, if that doesn't make me sound like I'm on LSD. So get a music theory book and look it up. It's a real thing. The crosslink is, I took a different approach here and basically rewrote the entire track again, so all the parts are still there, but rather than adding electronic layers on like I did in previous ones, here all the different parts are represented, but they've been replaced so that instead of like an organic electric piano or an organic drum set, you'll hear electronic drums that are a lot more punchy, and you'll hear pads and synths that take the place of the more real-world instruments that are used in the original track. So trying to give it more of a cold, echoing kind of feel for the crosslink, so yeah, hope it worked out.
If he's really 12? Damn, Skippy, son! Ace! 10 out of 10, 12 out of 15, 18 billion out of 1,000. Add some more numbers and you got my message of approval.
With the level design in Gunpoint, I struggled to find a good balance between puzzles and open-endedness, because in early tests I found that if I made the levels very open-ended, people just found them easy. Like, there would, however many solutions you give them, someone will just find the one that's most obvious to them, and then assume it's a puzzle with one really obvious solution. So then I tried a more restrictive version where there were sort of much harder obstacles and you had to really think your way around it, but there was generally only one solution. And people complaining that felt restrictive, which was fair enough, because it was. But this level is a good example of where I ended up, which is trying to sort of nest one inside the other. So getting into the building is very easy, and there are multiple ways to do it. And then once you're in, you've got a decent amount of space to play around with, lots of different paths you can take and things you can try. But ultimately, you have to get to those blue and yellow circuit boxes to get to the computer at the end. So it's kind of like a puzzle nested within an open-ended level. And I found that balance worked much better.
Jesus Christ, can you... Oh, I can't get there yet. Forgot! I could if I go there, but I don't want to go there yet, so let's not do that. Let's see if I go... Hello, mister. I want to talk to this guy.
The General Electric GAU-8/A Avenger is a 30mm hydraulically driven 7-barrel Gatling type cannon that is typically mounted to the United States Air Force Fairchild Republic A-10 Thunderbolt II. I'm still disappointed that Tom didn't let us crosslink it.
Well, I get a revolver if that counts for anything. Games. So video. Open door policy and open-ended grudge. I killed people in all 8 ways already? I think I got that achievement by glitch because it's called kill your final enemy in all 8 known ways. Strange. Anyway, you can also take them out with that electric switch, but I like hitting people with doors because it's a door. Who doesn't like hitting people with doors? Or doors with people? Anyway. That one taken care of. That guy's blind. We can start working on some other foreign elements. Let's see, what's the ultimate minimal violence? Remember, guards cannot see you at all when you're standing in an elevator. It doesn't matter how bright it is, or if they have a sound detector mashed in your shoes, they cannot see you when you're in one. Access to that. So if we switch this to that to that, and then we can go up. All I need is that star switch, and I can call it a quits. Some noise. One noise, but it's okay. Mistakes are there to be made, you know? I really want to take a different approach on these things because it gets a bit stale if you do it the same way. There's a lot of ways to solve things. As you said, you want to make it a bit open. Look at this. I can walk across. Oh god, I forgot to press the button first. If I have to be honest, I do want that guard to come up here so I can smash him through the glass on top of the enforcer. But I won't. Because today I'm Mr. Nice Guy. Anyone else I need to talk to? I talked to each one of them once, so let's go down. I do feel a bit sorry about that guard. I could have not killed him, actually. I could have left the door just open and gone around him, but, you know. Forgot about that. Completely forgot about how that works. No luck. Almost honest. What the fuck is with these achievements? Oh, we'll see you guys later. Oh, video games. Here's another one. But who knows? See you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed. And hopefully you learned something about video games, video game design, sound design, art assets, whatever. Learning is good, so do it every day. Or I'll come and kick your ass.